Yo guys, how are we going again? Just me, your little Bogan, your Aussie chef, Luke, back for another video in your kitchen. Hope you guys liked the last video, hopefully it was good. Hopefully the editing was not too bad. Like I said, it's a learning game for all this again, so back to it, learning it all again. So yeah, today is going to be a really simple video. I'm just going to make Bolognese, but just my Bolognese. Like, it's going to be really kind of simple, just the way I do it at home. So you can get all fancy and add a lot of other things into it if you want, but yeah, I'm just going to do a little video for if there's someone out there that just doesn't know how to make Bolognese. You never know. But like I said, I'm going to do it pretty basic, just like kind of like a kid's Bolognese you do, really, to be honest. I'm not going to, you can put carrots and mushrooms and do all that kind of stuff, but I'm just going to have some tomatoes and onions and garlic in it, to be honest. So that's about it. And some Parmesan cheese later on top, which will be really nice. But yeah, so I'll take you through some of the little things how I do that. Like I said, it's a really basic video. It's nothing, this is nothing special, but yeah, you never know, there might be someone out there that doesn't know how to make Bolognese. So here's a little way for you. You can make it. But yeah, anyway, so I better get my stuff ready. Obviously I'm just going to start off, I'll brown my mince. So I'm going to put my mince in this pot. You can probably see it up here. I do it separate, and while I'm just cooking off my mince, I'm going to cook off my onions and stuff. Onions and garlic, which I'll sweat them off together. So kill two birds with one stone, realistically. Make sure your hands are washed, because obviously mince is just pull it apart first. But I'm going to crank this pretty high, so it'll get pretty flashy. Get that in there. Like I said, this is nothing, I'm just going to cook this off first. You can throw it all in together if you really want, that doesn't really matter. Most of the times it's like, I think about 3 PM here now, so a bit late. Usually I might even make like the red sauce and have the sauce going for like 5 or 6 hours and then do it separate. But today I'm just going to throw it all into one pot, and yeah, as I said, it's a Bogan Bolognese, nice and simple, so that's all it is. Just going to get in here and get this meat around off, like I said. A little thing with the meat, smash it up, because you don't want to have like big lumps in your Bolognese. So people just do this sometimes and throw the sauce in and you just got big chunks. You might like them, but I don't. I like my meat nice and smooth. Well, not smooth, but you know, all the same consistency. So I kind of just give it a bit of a bash up while it's sweating down there. So this is only going to take a couple of minutes, so it'll be quick. But while that's going on in that pot, I'm just going to put my onions and my garlic in. I'm going to put my onions in first, because if I throw the garlic in straight away, the garlic's going to burn, so there's no use of doing that. I've got meat on the spatula, but it doesn't matter, it's only for me, so I'll use it. It's all good, it's all getting cooked anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm just sweating these off. I'm not like browning them like I'm burning them, I'm just getting them like translucent, so then I'm going to throw it in here. So yeah, with this you can see it browns off pretty quick, or cooks off pretty quick. So I'm just going to keep giving it a smash. Get all the lumps out. You don't want to have big lumps, or you might want to have big lumps, like I said, who fucking knows, but see how that. Get that in there. So you can throw a lot of other different things. You can do red wine and all that kind of stuff, but this is the Bogan Bolognese, so I'm just having it nice simple way. I have it simple anyway. I'm not a guy that really likes mushrooms and stuff in my Bolognese. I just like some good ass tomatoes and a bit of garlic and some olive oil, to be honest. But I don't have any olive oil, I've got to get some. This little burner is slow as fuck over here. Still learning all these things. There's like 2 different. There we go. We got it. Yeah, so that's just to cook that off. Realistically, I might get it cranking, but because it looks like it's not going to be doing too much on low, so I'll get that going on high. Yeah, I'm just going to do that first a little bit, then I'm going to throw the garlic in. So I'll throw that in a second. If I put the garlic in first, it's just going to burn and go bitter. So you can see the meat's pretty much done already. That's at the moment, you can cook it off. No lumps. Get it all out so it's just nice. You could make this with nice tacos. Put some nice taco seasoning in there. That might be another video I can do. I'll do some tacos or some burritos and some wraps. Something like that. So if there is anything you do want me to cook, or you know, try and you have trouble cooking or something like that, let us know. You can write in the comments too, don't be shy. Like, I'm not afraid. I'll give anything a go, and if I don't know it, I'll try it. So I'm just going to throw this straight in. Throw the garlic straight on top. I'm a bit of a garlic lover, as you can kind of see. But it is with a big bolognese. Well, when I say a big bolognese, it's only for me as well. Man, this thing is so hot. I'll use the back one. That's browned off, as you can see, but so that's good enough. But another little weird thing with my bolognese, I do, you know how you eat bolognese and sometimes you just got that layer of oil on the top of your mouth and it's just shit? So when I do this, obviously it's all the fat out of the meat, so I strain it straight in the sink, nothing important. But yeah, I'm going to let that sit there and like, look at all the oil and that, pardon me, the fat coming out of that. So I'm going to let that strain like that, and then I'm going to add everything to that with a nice clean meat. So for me, I just feel like you don't get that layer of oil like on the top of your roof of your mouth, like when you kind of lick it when I do it the other way. So that's the way I kind of do it at home. Like, I don't think even really restaurants do that, they just throw it all in together, but you will notice a difference if you just strain it after you cook off the meat. You won't have that shitty little oil, yeah, texture. And it actually tastes much better, I reckon. But you can see, quickly sweating that off, nothing important. That's going to be done in a second. You can smell the garlic. You can throw your salt and pepper in now if you want to. I don't mind throwing salt in with the onion yet, because it breaks the onion down a bit quicker too, the salt, so get that in there. So this is going to go straight in with the meat anyway, and I'm going to keep seasoning as it's cooking to taste, so we'll just keep looking at that. There you go, so you throw that in there like that. Nothing important, don't know if you can see it in the camera, I'll bring it up here. But yeah, just sweat off onion, nothing important. So it is still straining out in the pot. But you can see now it's just like nice dry meat, you may as well say. But yeah, I'm just going to whack that back in the pot. Whack it in there with the onions and the garlic, the salt, the pepper. So man, this is where you can, if you want to put all your carrots and your mushrooms and do all that kind of stuff. I guess if you're feeding the kids and they don't eat half the vegetables, you can just hide them in here. You could even just blend some of it up and put it in the meat and they wouldn't even know. It's up to you, hide whatever you want in there. But like I said, I'm pretty boring. I'm just going to add some Woolworths diced tomatoes to mine. So, diced tomatoes going in. I like mine pretty saucy, to be honest. Like, I'm a saucy bolognese guy. So, that's my kind of sauce. Like, nothing to it at all. Later on, I will throw maybe a little bit of basil or something in it, but that's about it. Like, to be honest, guys, like if you had some more fresh tomatoes and stuff like that, you'll throw that in it as well. You can't do all that stuff, but I'm going to keep that seasoned. I'm going to season it as I keep cooking it as the afternoon goes on, because I'm going to have this simmering really slow now for like 4 hours. I'm going to have this going more all afternoon. So tonight it's going to be really rich. Might add a couple of things as I go into it. Man, that is really hot. So one of them is really low, one of them is really hot. So yeah, I'll get that down. That's going to come down the temperature, and I'm just going to let that go all afternoon. Add a little bit of basil. Like I said, you can have all your carrots and all that other shit in there, but I'm pretty boring. You could do or even red wine, throw that in there as well. Pasta. I'm not going to make pasta today. I've got a packet of Woolworths pasta. So that's all that we're doing in that today. But yeah, there's a few things in here that I can make, so we're getting back into it, guys. Slowly getting back into it. I hope they're helping. So man, it's only bolognese. This is a really basic video. Probably shouldn't have even made it, but yeah, someone might not know how to make bolognese, who knows? So you can do it tonight and make bolognese. This is for all the single males out there. This is how we eat, so no excuse, you can make bolognese, yeah? But yeah, so that's just gonna go out there like that, sit there for hours and hours and hours, and then about 4 hours later, it's gonna be so nice and rich. I might even throw like I used to when I was younger, throw a little bit of like barbecue sauce in it. I'm not gonna actually do that, but maybe a splash of sugar to sweeten it up. Who knows? But yeah, that's about it. I'll wash the dishes after I stop talking, but that's all it is, guys. Nothing important. Sorry about the rambling. Like, It's not a big video or anything like that, it's only a little shit one, so hope it helps. I'll continue on later on when I'm about to play it up, and we'll show you what it finished and what it looks like when it's finished. So yeah, I don't know. I'll show you then and we'll go from there. We're back, guys, about 4 hours later. Meat's just been kind of simmering away, I think all afternoon. I've just done a little bit of pasta, so now I'm just gonna do my little Bolognaise and sit down and chill out for the night. So, I mean, it wasn't like I'm not a Bolognaise mixer either. Well, I am, but I like to put my mince on top of the pasta and then I'll mix it. I've got to put some cheese on top of it. But yeah, I mean, it's not a hard dish to do. Just put a little simple video up that just kind of shows what it's about, and that's what I mean. That's all it is, a little bit of meat and pasta. But yeah, now I've got to whack some cheese and some herbs and some stuff over it. But yeah, nothing too bad. Thought I'd just whack it up because I was doing video. I mean, because I was cooking, so I thought I'd just turn it into a video. So yeah, cheers for being patient. Hope you like it. I'll do some more videos. See you again soon.